In youth, a cold is just a minor issue. But once we reach our 60s, the body no longer recovers as quickly as before. Small wounds take longer to heal. Seemingly harmless colds drag on for weeks, and sometimes lead to serious complications. One of the main reasons lies in the immune system, the silent armor that few people pay attention to until it starts to weaken. Warning signs the immune system is struggling in the elderly. At a certain point in life, when hair has turned gray and children have grown up, we often think that the remaining years just need peace, enough food, and proper rest. But the body doesn't always follow that desire. The older we get, the weaker the body's resistance becomes. What many don't realize is that the immune system, the body's natural defense, often doesn't speak up clearly. It doesn't cause dramatic pain, nor does it bring us down instantly. Instead, it quietly wears down our health through small but persistent signs. Unexplained fatigue, lingering exhaustion. There are mornings when, even after a full night's sleep, we still feel drained. Not because of insomnia or overwork, but simply because the body no longer has the strength to recover like it used to. This isn't just a normal sign of aging. It could very well be the first signal that the immune system is weakening, leaving the body without the energy to regenerate and protect itself. Gut no longer at ease. One of the immune system's important checkpoints is the gut. But when this system weakens, issues like bloating, gas, diarrhea, or constipation frequently occur, even without changes in diet. Meals that once seemed simple become stressful, unsure of what problems might follow eating. This is a clear internal warning that the immune system is no longer strong enough to protect the body from harmful bacteria and pathogens in food. Small wounds, big worries. A minor skin scratch used to heal in just a few days. Now, it lingers for weeks, sometimes swelling and oozing if not carefully tended. When the body's ability to heal diminishes, it's a sign that the immune system is no longer doing its job well. Every wound becomes a gateway for bacteria to invade, threatening overall health. Recurrent colds, not just about the weather. No longer does it take seasonal winds or sudden cold spells. Even small environmental changes can cause colds, coughs, or mild fevers in the elderly. Sometimes just stepping outside at night or sitting near a cracked open window is enough. These seemingly harmless colds come back again and again, gradually weakening the body. Shallow sleep, not enough time to heal. Sleep is when the body heals itself. It's the peak time for the immune system to function. But older adults often struggle with falling asleep, experience restless sleep, or wake up in the middle of the night. This disruption not only causes fatigue the next day, but also deprives the immune system of the time it needs to work effectively. This cycle repeats, slowly wearing down the body. There is something few notice, yet it silently unfolds each day as we age. Our resistance is no longer what it used to be. In youth, a brief cold or small wound was no big deal. The body would bounce back quickly, as if protected by an invisible shield. But over time, that shield seems to thin and weaken year by year. That is the decline of the immune system, the body's natural shield. The immune system is a tight network of cells, tissues, and organs tasked with detecting and fighting off viruses, bacteria, and harmful invaders. But over time, that system gradually becomes slower and less effective. Why the immune system weakens with age. 1. Sharp decline in immune cell regeneration. When we're young, immune cells, like healthy soldiers, are continuously produced, ready to battle any disease. But in old age, this process significantly slows. Old cells die off while new ones are produced in fewer numbers and are weaker, diminishing the body's defense capabilities. 2. Antibody responses become sluggish and less effective. When encountering viruses or bacteria, the immune system must produce antibodies to eliminate them. In older adults, this reaction is slower, and the antibodies produced are no longer as strong. The body takes longer to recover and is more prone to complications from common illnesses. 3. Imbalance in gut microbiota. home to 80% of immune cells. Few people realize just how crucial the gut is to immunity. In fact, most immune cells reside within the gut's microbiome. As we age, this system easily falls out of balance due to diet, medication, or lack of physical activity, significantly impairing the body's immune protection. Silent factors that wear down resistance. It's not just age. Daily habits play a major role in weakening the immune system. Poor diet lacking nutrients, low in vegetables, protein, and essential micronutrients. Lack of exercise, limited movement, and muscle atrophy lead to poor blood circulation, reducing nutrient delivery. Insomnia, shallow sleep, and frequent waking prevent full recovery. Chronic stress, worries about health, life, and family, seemingly invisible yet quietly strain the immune system. At an age where time seems to slow and the body reacts more slowly to the environment, health can no longer be taken lightly. Old age doesn't just bring fleeting aches. It brings a series of subtle changes to the immune system. This makes the elderly more susceptible to colds, pneumonia, and even chronic illnesses that keep returning. But there's one simple, doable, and highly practical thing: nutrition. At this stage of life, nutrition is no longer about eating to feel full or eating for taste. It's about eating to nourish, to support an increasingly fragile immune system. And it's in those humble daily meals where the body's ability to fight disease is truly determined. Eat a variety, plant the seeds for a vibrant body. Older adults often eat less, stick to old habits, or skip certain foods due to a loss of taste. However, the elderly body actually needs more nutritional diversity than ever before. Each natural fruit or vegetable, from the green of spinach, the red of tomatoes, to the orange of carrots, contains unique vitamins and minerals the body can't make on its own. This diversity fills nutritional gaps and supplies essential micronutrients like vitamin C, E, zinc, and selenium, critical components that directly aid in producing and protecting immune cells. Every color on the plate is a gift to your health. Avoid inflammatory foods. Defend the body from silent enemies. Many older people are used to convenient foods like canned goods, sausages, or repeatedly fried items. But few realize that these seemingly harmless foods silently trigger inflammation in the body, weakening an already struggling immune system. Foods are too salty, too sweet, or rich in old cooking oil can damage the gut lining, reducing the absorption of nutrients, which is the lifeline for an effective immune system. Giving up these foods is like lifting a heavy burden off your health. Protein, an indispensable nutrient, but choose wisely. Many older adults avoid protein fearing kidney issues or digestive problems. But in reality, protein is the raw material for producing antibodies and nourishing the immune system. The issue isn't whether to eat protein, but which kind and how much. Plant-based proteins like tofu, green beans, walnuts, and lean animal proteins like chicken, fish, and eggs are gentle on digestion and rich in bioavailable nutrients. When cooked soft, lightly seasoned, and properly combined, these foods quietly and sustainably nurture and heal the body. As we age, the body no longer functions like it once did. Appetite declines, sleep is incomplete, and changes in weather cause prolonged colds and coughs. These are not simply signs of aging. They're signs that the immune system is weakening. The immune system, the armor that shields the body from disease, also ages over time. And as it weakens, the body becomes more vulnerable to bacteria, viruses, and chronic inflammation. But the good news is, we can care for and improve our immune system without expensive medications, simply by starting with our daily meals with essential nutrients that are familiar, yet often overlooked by older adults. 1. Vitamin C, the natural armor for the body. Vitamin C is not only a powerful antioxidant, but also an energy source that supports immune cells to function effectively. When the body has enough vitamin C, the protective cells are energized, ready to identify and destroy pathogens. Easily accessible foods. oranges, tangerines, grapefruits, kiwis, strawberries, broccoli, bell peppers. However, elderly individuals should note, prioritize obtaining it from natural foods. Only use supplements when prescribed by doctor, as high doses may cause digestive disorders or affect the kidneys. 2. Vitamin D, the missing sunlight in old age. Vitamin D helps activate immune cells, reduce inflammation risk, and support calcium absorption. Unfortunately, most elderly people are deficient in vitamin D because they go outside less or their skin's synthesis capability declines with age. Good supplement foods: salmon, sardines, egg yolks, plant-based milk fortified with vitamin D. Older adults should have regular blood tests to assess deficiency levels and supplement appropriately, avoiding uncontrolled high doses that may lead to calcium deposits. 3. Zinc, the core of the immune system. Zinc helps produce white blood cells, speeds up wound healing, and combats colds. However, many people take excessive zinc, leading to an imbalance with other minerals like copper, which in turn disrupts the immune system. Familiar food sources: oysters, shrimp, crab, pumpkin seeds, cashews, oats, chickpeas. Suggestion: supplementing with food remains the safest and most balanced option. 4. Protein, the raw material for antibody production. For a strong immune system, the body needs enough protein. Protein is the main material used to create antibodies that help the body fight bacteria and viruses. However, elderly people often consume too little protein or choose the wrong types, leading to deficiencies without realizing it. The advice is prioritize easily digestible protein, such as chicken, fish, eggs, low-fat milk, tofu, and legumes. Meals should be divided into smaller portions to avoid putting pressure on digestion. 5. Antioxidants, anti-aging for the immune system. Not just the skin, immune cells also age. Nutrients like vitamins A, E, and polyphenol help slow this process and protect cells from damage. Familiar foods: carrots, pumpkins, kale, sunflower seeds, blueberries. Green tea. A small reminder: eating a variety of foods is the best way to fully provide antioxidants. 6. Probiotics and prebiotics. Nurturing gut health for stronger immunity. Few people know that nearly 70% of the immune system is located in the gut. When the gut is healthy, the immune system becomes more resilient. Probiotics, beneficial bacteria, and prebiotics, food for beneficial bacteria, help maintain this balance. Recommended daily foods: yogurt with live cultures, kimchi, pickled vegetables, kombucha, bananas, onions, oats. There's one surprising thing. Immunity, the force that protects humans from diseases, does not come solely from medication or supplements, but start from something seemingly simple: sleep. At age 60 and above, sleep no longer comes as easily as in youth. Some nights, the body is tired but the eyes remain open. Sometimes, one dozes off only to be startled awake without knowing why, followed by long hours of restlessness. Gradually, sleep becomes a silent battle. A few sleepless nights may not seem like much, but when it becomes chronic, the body weakens. The mind becomes exhausted, memory declines, and most importantly, immunity is worn down day by day. Because while we sleep, the body not only rests but also quietly repairs itself. Immune cells, the silent army defending the body from viruses and bacteria, are strongly produced and regenerated at night. Without enough sleep, the body lacks the time it needs to recover. The immune system becomes fragile, easily attacked by external threats. The elderly already have weakened immunity due to age, and without sufficient sleep, the risk of respiratory diseases, cardiovascular issues, diabetes, and even cancer increases significantly. Therefore, ensuring deep and adequate sleep of 7 to 8 hours each night is not just a good habit, but a natural disease prevention therapy without the need for medication. But how can one enjoy good sleep when age and illness keep the body from finding peace? Here are some practical suggestions to improve sleep in older adults. Maintain a consistent routine. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day to keep the body's internal clock stable. Avoid excessive daytime sleep. A short nap of about 20 to 30 minutes is enough. Sleeping too long during the day can make it hard to sleep at night. Limit screen time in the evening. Blue light from phones, TVs, and computers can make it harder for the brain to relax. Create a quiet, comfortable sleep environment. The room should be cool, dark, quiet, and clean. Mattresses and pillows should support the spine. Avoid heavy meals and excessive water before bed. This can cause the stomach to work harder or result in frequent urination at night. Disrupting sleep. Light relaxation before bed. Try gentle stretching, listening to soothing music, or reading a favorite book. Remember, each night of restful sleep is when the body quietly regenerates and when the immune system is reinforced. Sleep, seemingly simple, is actually the most solid foundation for healthy, long life. The immune system is not just a shield against disease, but a self-defense mechanism that helps maintain longevity, alertness, and quality of life in old age. At age 60, nurturing immunity is the wisest and most sustainable investment in health. Don't wait until the body cries out for help to begin caring for it. Start today with the smallest changes.